What is going on, you guys? Happy October 11th. There is a storm coming to wipe out Arcadia Bay today, but before that happens, I thought we could do a tier list of all of the Life is Strange characters. I think we've got an assortment from Life is Strange 1 all the way through 3. So I tried to organize them here, and all of these people at the bottom, I cannot for the life of me remember who they are. I'm looking at them now, and it does not ring even the slightest bell. And there's a second Frank down here because they did put 2 on the tier list, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, for Before the Storm. But it was just the same picture, so I got Frank from Before the Storm on there. And we're just gonna have a good time, so let's get started. All right, starting off strong, Max. You know what? Baby girl. Max is baby girl. There's a lot of arguments that Max is bland, okay? And I'm sorry, are we talking about the same game here? The same game where you can kill a dog for no fucking reason, and then also choose to keep the dog dead because you do have the option to reverse time and save the dog. So, I don't know, that doesn't seem very bland to me. Maybe a little chaotic. Max's baby girl, she's the star of the first game. I think it would be disrespectful to put her anywhere else. All right, next, Chloe. Baby girl. Okay? I don't want to hear the Chloe hate. I don't want to hear it. Chloe is one of the most misunderstood characters in this game. I don't even care, okay? She has been traumatized by almost every single person in her life. She has almost no relationship with her mother. She has an abusive stepfather. She lost her best friend, is now missing, has no idea where she is. Her friend that abandoned her for 5 years and never texted came back and is all of a sudden like, hey, I'll be in your life again. And it has no explanation as to why she left in the first place. Okay. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Moving on. We got Joyce. It is complicated. Okay, we're gonna put Joyce in You're Alright in my book because she does make a lot of mistakes as a mom, okay? She brings in a guy who is probably not the best fit for the household, and also doesn't say anything about how he treats her own daughter. So that, I'm like, Joyce, maybe you gotta step up there. But she's doing everything she thinks is the right thing to do. So, alright, she'll get a pass. Okay, Courtney. We're gonna put Courtney, and I'm also gonna bring Taylor up here because they kind of go hand in hand for me. So Courtney and Taylor, it really depends on how you play the game. You know, they're really catty mean girls. If Max doesn't go out of her way to, try and make things right with them, but the second that Max shows any sort of like sympathy, albeit manipulative, but she does show sympathy and they immediately warm up to her and like try to welcome her into the group. So like, I don't know, I think they're pretty cool. Because they also can remain catty mean girls, they're gonna stay in that category. Okay, Juliet. She's going to get out of my sight. I don't like Juliet. She sucks up so much of the energy out of the first game. Her quest is so annoying. Not to mention that fuck-ass necklace she's got on. Oh my god. It's so ugly. Also, what's my last name? What does that matter, actually? Moving on. Alyssa. She's alright. Alyssa's alright in my book. She's just been dealt a shit card, you know, just getting things thrown at her left and right. Metaphorically and physically. She's got a lot going on. We'll give her that. We'll give her that. What is his name? Is it Zach? I don't even remember this dude, so we're just gonna put him in Take Me or Leave Me. Homeless lady. I love this character so much. She's going in Baby Girl. Protect her at all costs. I love the conversations with her. I think she has, you can see her in 2 different episodes if I'm not mistaken. I love the dialogue and she gives you some great insight, and I also loved the theories that it was Max from the future. When that whole theory was coming out, I really enjoyed that, so I really like her as a character. Evan! Get out of my sight. He's pretentious and I don't like him. Moving on. Brooke. Get out of my sight. She's not a girl's girl. She's not a girl's girl, and the only reason that she's mean to Max is because she thinks that Max likes Warren. Dana. We're going Take Me or Leave Me. She's a sweet character. Doesn't really have anything like story driven that's like, oh my god, she's my favorite. She's chill. All right, Daniel, you're all right in my book because he got so much hate when the game first came out. And I talked about it a little bit when I played through the first game, but like everyone thought he was a creep or a weirdo, but like he's just a dude. This guy, who I definitely remember the name of. I feel like I shouldn't even put him on the board because I don't even remember who he is. He's just gonna go back down there. Stella. Stella's all right in my book because she's a hustler on the side. She gets that bag and she's not afraid to show it. If you look through Frank's notebooks, I don't even care if it's a different Stella. I like to believe that it is this Stella that attends Blackwell Academy that is pumping drugs to nearly every single student. Warren, a lot of y'all are gonna hate me. Baby girl, y'all gave him so much hate. Y'all gave him so much hate, and for what? Okay, let's go over the notes. That scene in episode 2 where if Max looks out into the courtyard outside her dorm room, she can see Warren peek around the corner. Okay, well, when you stood in that exact position in the game and looked up into the rooms, into Max's room, could you see inside the dorm? No. No, you couldn't, because that doesn't make any sense. He was looking around the corner to see if Max was coming. I will literally die on that fucking hill. Moving on. Kate, baby girl, do I need to explain? Principal Wells, I'd fight you. I'd fight you if I saw you in the streets. Oh my gosh, the rage that I am filled with when I look at this man, especially this front-facing picture they got of him. I'd fight him into the ground. Okay, moving on. Hayden. It's complicated. It's complicated because he seems like a sweet guy, and I enjoy the lore that he drops about Rachel in the first episode. But in the 4th episode, when you talk to him at the party, he's saying some creepy shit. He is saying some out-of-pocket shit, and that I cannot justify. So Hayden, believe it or not, straight to brawling. Miss Grant. Okay, you know what? She's all right in my book if we're going solely based off of her character and not the implications of what she says brought on by the writers. I'm trying to keep that as vague as possible. Moving on. Oh my god, what's his name? No, this is Zach. Zachary. That's Zachary. That's Juliet's boyfriend. You know what? Get out of my sight. He just annoys me. I just don't like his voice. Okay, you know what? We've got to make a new category, I think. I think we're missing a category here. Okay, we got one more category here, and I think Mr. Jefferson will fit right in there. All right, moving on. Victoria. Okay, this one I can confidently say. Love her in retrospect, but my god, when I was playing the game, I thought she was so annoying. Oh my god, she grinded my gears so bad. And I know that's like her intent, like that's what she's there to do. She's there to be the mean girl, and she does it so well, which is why I love her. You love to hate her, but man, oh my god. Okay, William, he's all right in my book. He's just a dad who was trying to do things right. It makes me so sad to think about it. I don't want to dwell on William. All right, Frank from the first game is definitely going love in retrospect because, again, during the gameplay, I was like, okay, the hell is this guy's deal? He's meant to get under your skin, you know, he takes the gun and whatnot. He has the best line in the series, of course.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane?
I'm hoping that I insert the audio track there. Justin. I'm probably just gonna put him up here and go right in my book, and I'm also gonna grab Trevor because they go hand in hand in the same way in my mind that Courtney and Taylor go hand in hand. You know, like Sadie and Katie from Total Drama Island? Like that's in my mind, like they're inseparable, you know, like they're a duo. So Trevor and Justin are going up there because they just seem like chill stoner bros, you know. They're not doing anything. Okay, Samuel. If we're being completely honest, he is very off-putting, especially in the first few times you talk to him. It's like, okay, what's your deal, man? But then you kind of get his deal, and he's just a little off, and that's okay. He's not harming anyone. There were so many theories that he was Rachel's killer. And I think that was definitely intended. I think it was definitely of like, oh, who could it be? Is it Nathan? Is it Samuel? Is it Jefferson? You know, he was kind of like up there in the, who knows? Ooh, going on to Nathan. Oh, he's our first one in It Is Complicated. And complicated it is because, oof, it's been 9 years since I played this game and I still go back and forth. You know, the first time I played it was like, okay, he's a prick and he deserved what got coming to him. But, you know, when you look at it from the perspective of he was groomed by Jefferson and encouraged by his father to do this, you know, it wasn't all his fault, but to say he is absolved completely from any of the shit that he did is ridiculous. He did kill Rachel. Can we just get that out of the way? He did in fact kill Rachel, so it is very complicated with our boy Nathan. David, it's complicated. Yeah, that's exactly where he belongs, actually. It's hard when we understand why the characters do what they do. You know, like, my biggest thing is the slap in episode 1, which is, you know, avoidable by all means, but it still happens, which means it could also happen in the household. I'm reading way too much into this for a tier list, but it's complicated with David because I love his arc. I like how he turns out at the end, and how we meet him in Life is Strange 2 is also really cool. But oh, he is right in that line of like, it's okay you're like that, you know? Like, it's complicated. Moving on to Before the Storm, we're starting off with Chloe. So this is younger Chloe. After a unanimous decision from the jury, Before the Storm Chloe is in fact baby girl, because I love her so much. She's just a troubled teen, you know, she's not like malicious, or she's just lashing out, acting out, you know, stealing some stuff that's very typical of kids in her position, and especially, you know, having Rachel come into her life and encourage all those behaviors. Of course she's gonna go along with it, but she is always baby girl in my eyes. Moving on. Elliot. Do I need to explain? The very first time I played Before the Storm, I got a serious ick when we first talked to him, and it wasn't even like, he has a crush on her, that's gross. I was just like, I don't trust this man. I was like, this man, he's hiding something, okay? And I was right. I felt so validated in episode 3 when he pulled that shit. Anyway, Rachel. You saw me put Max Chloe and third Chloe in there. You really thought I wasn't gonna put Rachel in there? I'm very empathetic to these characters. It's like, I can totally see why they're lashing out in the way that they do and why they became the way that they did. Her parents are, whew, that's a whole mess. That is a whole mess that we're gonna get to in a few here. She's troubled and she doesn't know what she's doing, and she makes a lot of mistakes. Like, an unbelievable amount of mistakes. Her relationship with Chloe is also really questionable, but for now, she's baby girl. Okay, Frank from Before the Storm. So, it's complicated, okay? Because, why is he hanging out with teens? Frank, why are we hanging out with teens? And also, why are we hooking up with Rachel when I'm pretty sure she was only 17? That's a little weird, bud. Moving on, because I don't like to think about that. The bouncer, for some reason. He's alright. I thought he was really fun, actually. I love that they included a character that wasn't completely annoyed by Chloe's behavior and was like, yeah, alright, you little punk ass, get in there. I thought that was really sweet. Samantha. I'd fight you. I'd fight you in the streets. She's annoying. She is a Nathan apologist, and she like gets mad at Chloe for like, I don't want to say no reason, but like I don't think she's very justified in how she reacts to what Chloe does. I do not care for Samantha. I think I'm correct in assuming this is Mr. Prescott, and if that's so, he's gonna snuggle up with Jefferson down there. The emails in, I think, episode 4 of the first game, and then in Before the Storm, the conversations you can overhear that he's having with Nathan. Oh my god. It is so horrific. Like, there's so much to unpack there that we don't have time for, but bad man. Bad man. Ooh, Rachel's mom, who I don't remember the name of. Complicated. Very complicated, because I don't think we know enough about her. We only know what we've been told about her, and that can make things really complicated. The only interaction we have with her really is when Chloe goes and talks to her, and Chloe doesn't really know her at all, so it's like, we don't really get much on her. It's complicated. We're leaving it at that. Oh, Rachel's dad. Yeah, no, I'd fight him. I'd fight him in the streets. Questionable decisions, and also he's a man. Moving on. Rachel's fake mom. I'm just gonna say, get out of my sight. You know, I don't want to talk to you. I don't approve of what you've done and the things that you have lied about. Not as bad as her dad, I don't think. I forget his name, but this fuck ass from the first scene, it's on site. Yeah, it's on site with them. Don't think I really need to explain. Mikey, baby girl. Mikey is definitely baby girl because he's just so sweet, and who doesn't love a Dungeons and Dragons nerd? I know I do. Not much to say about that. There he is. I forget the teacher's name. I'm gonna put him in Take Me or Leave Me because he reminds me so much of my high school theater teachers. They really nailed it with that in this game. The t-shirt dude. I don't know why he's really on here. We're just gonna put Take Me or Leave Me. He's just a dude. Forget his name, but this fuck-ass. He is also getting fought in the streets. Mikey's older brother, what's his name? Drew North, that's right. I'm gonna say he's all right. Well, you know what, this one's complicated too, because like, you know, he's going through some hard times, but I don't think that justifies his treatment of Nathan, even if Nathan is not a very cool person. I don't think he was quite to that point in his life yet to warrant that type of bullying, so it's complicated. Skip, is that his name? I put him up there. He's all right. I thought his character was really funny when I first played through it. He gave me a good few laughs. That was it for Before the Storm. Thoughts? How we feeling? All right. Moving on to Life is Strange 2. Starting off with the grandma. Side note, I do not remember a lot of their names. I am so sorry. The grandma. You know what? The grandparents are both going in You're All Right in My Book because they do get off to a very rocky start when we first meet them. But by the time that we leave them, they're pretty chill. If I'm remembering correctly, they're pretty chill and they help out Sean and Daniel. Okay, this guy who I don't remember the name of, we're putting him Take Me or Leave Me. He and his girl seemed all right. I'll put her in there too. Sean, is it even a question? Baby girl to the max. The amount of shit that this poor boy goes through. Oh my god. I could talk about Life is Strange 2 forever. It is the best game in the series, and that is not an unpopular opinion at all. It covers amazing topics and it executes them really well in a lot of areas, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful story. And Sean, Sean! Okay, so this guy, I have not played The Adventures of Captain Spirit, and I know a lot of people hate this guy, and I don't know why. I want to know. I really do. I want to play it, but I just have not gotten around to it. Take Me or Leave Me, because I don't know enough about him, but my god, there is drama and I need to know. This fuckface, I'd fight him. Is it even a question? I mean, if he wasn't such a prick to begin with, Life is Strange 2 wouldn't even had to have happened, so fuck that guy. Lila is of course baby girl. She does everything she can throughout the whole game. She is so sweet to Sean. She is a ride or die to the end. She is amazing. Love Lila. This girl, who I am pretty sure is the cult runner in episode 4. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think I have that right. And if that's the case, well, given her ending in the story, I don't think I'd have to take care of that problem myself, so we'll just put her down there. This fuckface, who I'm pretty sure is the guy in the convenience store, who is hella racist, straight into brawling territory. Not even a question. Ex-Mormon guy who I forget the name of. He, you know what, I'm gonna put him in It's Complicated, because why the hell would he bring Daniel to the place that he escaped from? I know he kind of is like, I didn't know what else to do. Or just remember thinking like, why the fuck would he do that? And he was also the only guy in the group who was weirded out by Daniel's powers and was kind of like not trustworthy about it. You know, I don't think he did anything, but it was just like, come on, man, what's your deal? Oh boy, here we go. I think this might be the most hot take that I have. Okay, you guys, are you ready? Finn is going and get out of my sight. Okay? Okay? Listen, listen, when I heard that there was going to be a male romantic interest for Sean, I was so excited. And then I met him. I met Finn in the game, and I was like, okay, he's fun and chill like Cassidy. I can totally get behind that. And then the incident happened. And I can never forgive him for that. Like, every time I think about it, I'm like, you were so selfish that you put a kid in harm's way. I know times were hard. I know they were trying to get to better days. But Cassidy had enough brains to not do it, so I'm holding Finn to that same standard. He really upset me with that shit. This cop lady, who I don't know the name of. Oh, she's going straight into fight territory. I didn't even have to think about that. I don't know why I did. she's getting fought. Mushroom. Okay, actually we do need a new category. There she goes. Moving on. Don't remember his name, but I know he was part of the weed crew. So we'll just go Take Me or Leave Me. Karen, I think her name is. That's Sean's mom. Ooh, I think it's definitely complicated. Actually, no, it's up to Sean to forgive her, but for me, she can get out of my sight. I don't know if I'd go as far as fighting her in the streets, but I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her. What is it? It's not Merle. It's not Merle. It's something like that. What's his name? I can't find his name. I'm gonna keep calling him Merle. So Merle is gonna go and fight you in the streets. Maybe even 6 feet under. I think we're going 6 feet under because he really pissed me off. Don't remember their name, but I remember that they're cool. We'll go and Take Me or Leave Me again because they're just part of the cool crew. Don't have much memories of them. Daniel. Okay. You guys, hear me out. Love him in retrospect, but during the game, he was annoying as fuck, okay? Again, that's the whole point of the game. You're the big brother, and your little brother is being an annoying little shit, and you have to guide him in the right direction. There's a lot more going on than just he's being a little shit. They also lost their dad, they're on the run from the cops, and trying not to get deported, so there's a lot going on. Sometimes you have those moments throughout the game where you're just like, Daniel, please. Brody is definitely You're Alright in my book because he was a real one for that. He really helped out Sean and Daniel. Appreciate that. This girl who I don't remember the name of, she is definitely alright in my book. Not much to talk about there. So Esteban, I feel like it's disrespectful to put him in baby girl, but that is our highest category, so he will for sure be baby girl in this instance. That scene of losing him is just heart-wrenching. I was bawling my eyes out. It was all like so sudden, you know, kind of like in Life is Strange 3 when, you know, Gabe's death happens. It's kind of like that same like, holy shit, like that happened so fast, what the fuck, you know? The nurse that helped Sean out, definitely alright in my book. He, again, a real one for helping out Sean. Cassidy, baby girl, she's sweet, she's kind, she's got a big heart, and she loves playing music. I also love playing music. Oh my god, what's his name? Little blonde boy. I'll just call him Captain Spirit. He's definitely baby girl. He is literally just a kid, and he's not doing anything wrong, and I wish him the best in his days. Big Joe, and I only remember his name because I found it when I was trying to find out Merle's name. I still don't know his actual name. Big Joe, definitely going in Fight Club. That feels right. Yeah. Okay, that was it for Life is Strange 2. I might have to go back and adjust some, because I'm looking at some and I'm like, I don't know if they deserve to be on the same level. On to Life is Strange 3. Would y'all believe me if I told you I only beat the game for the first time yesterday? Literally just yesterday. And I was really harsh on it when it first came out because it looked so different from the first two. So I was like, oh, it's not the same. Oh, I don't want to play it. But I finally came around to playing it and I really, really enjoyed the story. So let's move on to the tier list. Starting off with Alex. Definitely baby girl. Definitely. I really liked her as a main character. She had enough of her own personality to like kind of pick what options you want to go for her. But I love Alex. I love her storyline, and I really relate to her a lot. So loved Alex. Steph, I don't have one from Before the Storm, so we'll just do Steph from Life is Strange 3. Definitely baby girl. Oh my god. When I saw her in Life is Strange 3, I was head over heels. I was like, that's the pick. I don't even need to see the other option. That's the one. Charlotte. Ooh, I got a pretty good ending with her, so my opinion on her is pretty high. I'm gonna say she's all right in my book. You know, all the grieving she was going through was completely valid. None of that made her a bad mom in the slightest. It was just a very tough situation, and I think they portrayed that really well with Charlotte, and I really like to see it. Moving on to Diane. We're gonna go get out of my sight. I don't think I'd want to fight on sight, but I think we're gonna keep her in just get out of my sight. She's not the one that I'm mainly mad at because she was trying to get them to stop the blast, so Diane's just getting out of my sight. All right, Ducky. I really liked Ducky. He's gonna be all right in my book. He reminded me a lot of someone in my life, and I definitely teared up at the scene in episode 4 with him in the bar and dancing with him. That really got my heartstrings. Eleanor, I'm actually just gonna say this one's hard. I'm just gonna put her in Take Me or Leave Me. It is complicated. My feelings for Eleanor are complicated because I got a somewhat iffy ending with her, so like the taste that she leaves in my mouth is not the best, but she's also, it's not like she's a malicious character or anything. I'm just gonna put her in Take Me or Leave Me because I don't really care for her all that much, but she's also not like worthy of any of these categories. Ethan, I'm actually going to put You're All Right in my book. He is one of the only kids in this game series that I didn't immediately want to throw out of a car when they opened their mouth. He wasn't annoying, and surprisingly, I didn't hold a grudge about the whole fact that he is the reason that the whole incident happened. You know, he's just a kid. Props to Life is Strange for finally making a kid character that I did not want to punch in the face. Moving on to Gabe. Definitely You're All Right in my book. Didn't deserve what happened to him in the slightest. It was a freak accident, and he was on the up and up. He was starting a family. He seemed like a really genuine guy. I don't have anything bad to say about him. We're gonna keep him in right up there. Mac. Oh, we're fighting Mac. We're fighting Mac. I don't care if it wasn't his fault. Do you see the way he acts towards Riley? And also Alex? It's disgusting. I don't like him. Get out of here. Mr. Chen. Fighting Mr. Chen. Definitely fighting Mr. Chen, because why the fuck would you do that? Because why the actual fuck would you do that? When he, oh my god, when he looked back with the mother's brooch in his hand and looked back at Alex and took it and walked out the door, my jaw. I could not fucking believe what I was seeing. Oh my god. Unforgivable. I don't care if he was trying to better his life in Haven Springs. Mr. Chen, it's on sight. Same with you, Jed. Pike. I saw some Pike hate for some reason. I don't know if I got a different ending, but he was pretty good in my book. He was pretty cool. Seemed like a genuine guy, but I think I am gonna have to knock him down one because of the fact that he is a sheriff. Riley. Riley's baby girl. She was really sweet and genuine. Nothing bad to say about her. Ryan. I got the good ending with Ryan as a friend, so he's alright in my book. He was cool. He was a good friend, and he never was creepy or anything because I went for Steph throughout my playthrough, and he never gave off creepy vibes or like was trying to get with me when I clearly wasn't interested or whatever. So Ryan's pretty chill. Finally, the last character that I recognize, we have Valkyrie. Ending on a high note, we'll put her in baby girl because the best girl is reserved for Mushroom. There we go. That was kind of a fun one to end on. Again, I don't know these characters. If you guys want to tell me in the comments, I'm pretty sure like 90% of them are from Life is Strange 2. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Let me see if I want to make any last minute adjustments. I think I was a little too harsh on Hayden. I think he says some off-putting things, but again, he's a high schooler. So I'll just say get out of my sight. I wouldn't fight Hayden. Hayden's pretty chill. However, this dude, I think is the one that actually stabbed Rachel, so he is definitely going to cuddle up down here with the Jefferson squad. But yeah, this is my current tier list. This is just based off of how I feel today, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but please remember this is just a game. It's not that serious. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and maybe a subscribe if you're willing to stick around. Other than that, that's all I got for today, and I hope y'all have a good night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.